Hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2021, the Youth Academy chance save with Siena. We have been linked with the vacant Newcastle job. I have said no because I want to keep doing my job at Siena. Also, talk about Newcastle, they finished in 10th place this year and got the FA Cup trophy to complete their season, as well as the UEFA Super Cup for the second time. And yeah, they didn't have the best of seasons, did they? They also finished runners up in the League Cup, which I don't think they've ever won. Is that correct? Have they never won that trophy? They never won that trophy. But yes, after two Champions League trophies, they've not done well in the Champions League this year and will only be able to get in the Europa League, meaning that they have sacked their manager. I was one of 3 people that was linked to the role, and I thought, no, not really. The Reading manager and Julian Stefan, the Atletico Madrid manager, linked to it. Andrei Shevchenko's the Liverpool manager. I just realised that's interesting. But yes, we've got those things going on, and I just thought it was interesting to see just what was happening in this, and the fact we got linked as the third favourite of the role. But either way, they set their manager after they won the FA Cup because they only finished in 10th place in the league, which is quite bad when you think about what Newcastle have done in this save. Still, if you like these kind of videos, be sure to like and share this video and to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below whether or not you would have taken a Newcastle job if you were in my situation. I just want to hear your thoughts on it, really. We've also had one more thing before we're going to go into the games, and that is a new affiliate. We have got a new affiliate in the form of Suwon Blue Wings, and I am happy we got this. A South Korean affiliate, which we can eventually make into a merchandising one as well. So I'm excited about the fact we're going to potentially get academy prospects from our youth intake for South Korea. Hopefully they're not going to be rubbish, like Paphos was. And that we can get good things going from this. Still, it's exciting. I just want to see where we can go from this point onwards. Either way, we have just gone to the last day of the season. There's one more game left. Let's go over the games we've had since we last met. The first game we had was hosting Sampdoria, and we went behind inside 21 minutes after McNanny scores the opening goal of the game to make it 1-0 to them. We do equalise just a few minutes later in the 20th minute of the game. Viatina finds Calandra, whose shot hits the back of the defender and goes into the net. Defender, it still goes as a Calandra goal. McNanny then plays his free kick in and gets an assist to make it 2-1. Jonsian with the finish. And then it's 3 in the 75th minute of the game. McNanny again involved, this time scoring his second of the game. To really ensure we lose to Sampdoria after we beat them earlier in the year. We seem to do very bad against Sampdoria in the second half of the season every single year, it feels like, and I'm very disappointed with this result. So yes, despite having the same number of shots, they had just one more shot on target. They scored of them all. So disappointing result, and I wish we could have done better here. So 1 to 3 points dropped, I think, really. The next game we had was away from home against AC Milan, and Ifrat gets an assist from this corner after Polino scores his first of the season. Unfortunately for us, in the 83rd minute of the game, we conceded the equaliser, and AC Milan get a share of spoils. I honestly think it's a bit unlucky that Bertelli gets that finish, but it is what it is. We're not always going to get our way here, and the fact that we didn't lose is kind of nice. But again, it felt like a very even game, and I feel like, yeah, maybe we could have won. But it just wasn't to be on the day, unfortunately enough for us. The next match we had was at home to Sassuolo, and we were very comfortable in this game. John Bot, has a ball, defender gets to it. Unfortunately, Viatina just follows up and scores from that tight angle to make it 1-0. And then just 10 minutes later, he's made it 2. Margiotta this time finds him. Viatina with a finish to get 2nd of the game and 5th of the season. Not as prolific as goals this year, but he's also not been playing as a striker this year, so quite frankly, it's not bad. He did miss a penalty at the end, which means that our 100% record of penalties conversion this year has ended, which is a bit of a shame. But either way, a 2-0 win against Sassuolo, I couldn't complain. It was a good win, to say the least. The next game we had was against Brescia, and inside the first minute of the game, we got the only goal of the game. John Bot plays his ball across, and he finds Lenzi, who's got a simple tap in. If he misses that, then you have the miss of the city contender, but he didn't miss it, and we get all 3 points from that single shot, which says a lot that was the only goal of the game, but it is what it is, and it could have been worse. The next game we had was away from home against Bari, and we lost to this team last year at this ground, and they took the lead again, this time after Cardoza with the opening goal. just before half-time, and we then make it 1-1. Francisco Dyer finds John Abbott, who scores his 20th goal of the season to ensure we're on level terms. And then we get a winner. MacLeod, of all people, scores a free kick. Keeper, I don't know what he's doing there, but he doesn't cover his line, doesn't save it, and MacLeod scores a free kick to ensure we get all 3 points, even though we were the weak of the two teams here. So a good victory for us because we didn't deserve it. But we'll take the spoils either way and run away with it because 3 points is very, very handy indeed. We then hosted Benevento and we took the lead inside 22 minutes. MacLeod plays the ball back to Ifrad, who plays it back to Calandra, and Calandra scores from range 1-0 to us. And then a miracle happened. We got ourselves a second goal. In the 29th minute of the game, Lenzi plays it across and Ifrad scores. And that was the only goal of the game he got. So his streak of 2+ goals a game, when he does score, is over. Benevento did get a goal back, unfortunately for us. Del Bianco gets the goal back. It wasn't enough to start a fight back because, well, we held on and got all 3 points. Our last win we've had since we last met. The last game we had since we last met was away from home against Atalanta, and they took the lead after Younes scores the opening goal inside 10 minutes. Terrible defending, and I wouldn't say offside, but we get an equaliser after Calandra scores that penalty, so it's not like we're terrible. Unfortunately, Fischer scores the free kick because the player in the wall just decides to dive at it, and I don't know why he does. And then they make it 3-1 right near the end, 93rd minute of the game, and Bashiru scores again. I hate the guy because he scores a lot. We do make it 3-2 before the end though, which makes me wonder why couldn't we have gotten this goal earlier when it was 2-1 and not 3-1 when Lenzi scores a goal. So his third of the season, question marks over defending at times, but we lose against Atalanta, making it the second game we lost in the 7 matches since we last had. And yeah, we don't do well here unfortunately, but there is still things to play for. And honestly, this result might have been the best thing that could have happened for the title race. As you can see, we are officially finishing in 5th place. Roma have been relegated, and I am still shocked it's happened because I was making jokes about it a lot, thinking it was never actually going to happen, and now it's suddenly confirmed that they are relegated and may only finish in 19th place. It's just bizarre to say the least. While Chelsea survived in the Premier League despite being bottom with just 2 points after 11 matches. John Abbott has got 20 goals this year, and Viatina is missing the last game of the season. But look at the top 4. Juventus are top. We take on Juventus. Atalanta are second, just a point behind. Napoli are third, just goal difference behind Atalanta. And then you got Bologna in 4th, just 2 points behind Juventus. If we draw against Juventus again, then the title race is wide open, and Atalanta need to win their game against Benevento, and Napoli need to win against Lazio, which the latter game is easier said than done. Bologna just needs to beat Sampdoria and hope the other teams above them slip up. Bologna have the weakest chance of getting the title, but it is possible. I don't know what the head-to-head record against Juventus is, but they have lost the game. I think they've probably drawn again. No, they've beaten Juventus. They're one of the 3 teams. They beat Juventus 2-0 and then lost 2-1. So they have the head-to-head record against Juventus, which means Juventus cannot afford to draw. And oh my days, look at this. 3 teams below Juventus are the 3 teams that have beaten them. So this literally could not have been better for these situations. Atalanta have not lost to Juventus, so they have the head-to-head there. Napoli have lost to Juventus, but it's 3-3 overall, and this title race is very much open. We can swing the door wide open if we avoid defeat today. And we have already done so against Juventus, having drawn against them, one of the 10 teams to have drawn against us this season. We want to avoid losing 10 games this year. We want to get our 9th draw of the year and get 69 points, or to surpass our record of points in a single season in this division, which is 70. So if we can surpass our record of 70 points with the last season we got, it's 69 points. If we can surpass that season where we got 69 points in our best ever season to date this year, then things could be good. And the reason why I'm so insistent on hoping that Juventus can be defeated and not be champions is because of this. The last time that a team that was not Juventus or Inter Milan won Serie A was in 2030, 16 years ago, and that was Napoli. Atalanta Bologna have not won the title, but they have come close in recent years. This is definitely Atalanta's best season in a very long time, since 2023 at least, while Bologna came second in 2039 and have done it before as well. So it's not like they're bad teams, it's just more, can they actually pull it off? So what we're going to do is play this game. We're going to go through the season with you as well, as we look to see who is the champion of Serie A and how we can affect it, because we literally take on Juventus in which is probably the most difficult game of the group for the top four, because we're in fifth and we've taken points off all of them. Only Atalanta and Napoli have beaten us twice this year. That says it all. Juventus have not beaten us, and we went to their ground and took points, while Juventus have got to go to us. So I'm going to do everything in my power to win the day, because I want to absolutely make sure Juventus do not win the title, because I want a new champion. I really do. Either way, let's see how he gets on with this starting lineup of Bertolini, Margiotta, Polino, Brunet, Di Luigi, Ayalu, Calandra, Dai, Lenzi, Abot, and Iferet. Biotina is not fully fit. He's only fit for 45 minutes. That's why he's not starting. So let's see how we do, shall we? Juventus have a chance very early on, potentially. I don't want to be losing ground here. I don't want to be giving up a chance to go unbeaten against Juventus this year. And they've had a chance very early on inside a minute. That is a bad defensive move from us. Ayalu takes a free kick. He goes for goal. It's wide of the post. Manca, Perez, and we really want to avoid losing here, but that is a terrible ball. I have no idea what they're trying to do there. But I'm disgusted by how poor it was. Di Luigi finds Calandra. We know we can beat the biggest teams. We've done it this year. We've done it many times in the past. I mean, we haven't been in the top four at all, but this will be the time to do it. Keeper's come out. What is the keeper doing? I thought we have a chance. I thought the goal. We have a chance. We are leading against Juventus, and Juventus do not want to be losing this game. We have a chance to end their title season campaign and to have them lose the title because they lose to us. The keeper's absolutely done a howler, and the keeper is 100% to blame for this goal. 1-0 Siena. Juventus, as things stand, are going down the third. Atalanta winning. So Ferreira now, to Manca. We can take advantage of this. We can really make them work and absolutely destroy their confidence here. Perez, Silvestre. We're looking to get our best ever points total in this season. And if we can deny Juventus a title, this is amazing ways to end this. Oh no, Polino, what are you doing? Soen Bales at the finish. We've literally gifted them a goal. Two howlers have seen 2 goals scored from them. Polino, my best defender, my best player, honestly, has just had an absolute cluster. What is he? I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what Ayalu's doing either. They should have been passing. Go back to the keeper or something. Don't do that. Chance for throw. Beckles to dial. Bales over the bar. So it's 1-0 at half time. As things stand, Atalanta are top, Bologna are second. So the game we thought might be an issue is actually not an issue. Napoli are drawing, which means if Juventus were to lose, they would fall as low as 4th. And I just desperately want to be able to claim we stopped their title run. Inter are losing to, so they could finish as low as 7th. What a season this is turning out to be. And what a year. Bologna 2-0 up, 2 goals in 3 minutes. And Blackman has the goal that has potentially given Atalanta the title win at the moment. We just need to avoid committing any more howlers and we're good. Juventus have been the better team, but we really should not have made a mistake. And neither should Juventus, quite frankly, either side of the pitch. 2 massive howlers. Okay, so it's a chance for Juventus potentially. We've made our 3 changes. We've given a debut to a 16-year-old. So this is probably a bad time to give a debut to Di Segni. Milik got the chance. Oh no! Perez has scored! No! No. For crying out loud. They're just taking the lead and this will get them the title. What has happened to our defense? What has happened to our defense? This is terrible. I hate these sort of goals. It's literally hit our defender and it's gone straight to their player. Polino again involved. So annoying. And now immediate hunt afterwards. Okay. Oh my God. This could be free. We've literally just given the ball away needlessly. Have I made a mistake? Oh my God. Beckles. No. I've got to check. I think I made a mistake with not. I didn't. I was 2 strikers anyway. It wouldn't make a difference. Oh my god. We haven't made an absolute clanger here. Okay. I am going to go very attacking because I want to win this game. Atalanta not winning anymore. Corella with the... Oh, what is that? What are you doing with this? Oh my god, Polino's... Oh, Beckles is in. We've tried to... Oh, flipping hell. Well, that's ended it. We're not going to crash their party. God's sake. We're going to see them win the title out of ground. I hate this. I really hate this. I literally tried to do this, and it's just not... It's just worked badly. Polina's been at fault for all 3 goals, quite frankly, and it's so disappointing. It really is. Stupid performance from him. Really is. And we have to watch Juventus win, lift the crown at our ground. Well, this is not insulting or annoying at all. This is not annoying. No, this is definitely not annoying to see Juventus lift the title at our ground when we literally should have been the one to stop them. Juventus win the title again. Oh dear. We want to be doing that in the next couple of years. That is the target for the next couple of years. We need to be the ones that win the championship. We want to win Serie A at some point. We really do. So disappointing that we've literally made 3 mistakes and it all came to goals. We should have stopped them. We should have stopped them. So yeah, even if they had not won, they probably would have finished second anyway to Bologna, but Atalanta even threw it away. Benevento got an equaliser at the last minute and Napoli lost, so it would have been Bologna winning the title. That is a bit disappointing, really is. Okay, end of season reviews happened. This is still a good season despite the fact we couldn't stop Juventus from winning the title. I just wanted the new champion, quite frankly, because it's getting a bit boring now. Still, we sold a few players. Oh, well, I say we sold. We released Bonici, who's gone to Venezia. We sold Basanti to Perugia. We sold Danelli to Padova. We sold Di Camelo to Catoni. Not for massive amount of money. And Alberti's still with our club. He's had offers from Australian clubs and he's still turning them down, so it's really his own fault. We had loaned out 32 players this year because I felt like it was a good time to loan them out. But yes, Biassi was really good. Lotievo was actually a lot better than expecting. 13 goals and 14 assists in Liga NOS, so he might actually be with a shout of getting first team football next year. Colisi we let out on loan to Subterrell. He was okay, as was Ike for Regina. Carrera was on loan as well, and a lot of players that were out on loan did really well. All the way down to Wiban, who I'm going to get rid of anyway. And then we've got some players who just weren't amazing. And yes, some players here were kind of not their best. But I will still take the fact that we had a lot of loans out and they got first team football game experience that they needed. Whether or not they actually were good with it, I don't know. But Giorgi is definitely going to be sold or let go at the end of the year. Season of member though, because we got 5th place. And at one point we looked like we could have been potentially stopping Juventus from winning the league title. It's just a shame that we had a massive collapse in the game and that Claudio Polino made 3 errors. I am still saying it's 3 errors because it's technically his own fault. John Bott got 20 goals for us in the league. It's the first he's ever got more than 10 goals in a season, and he did it mostly as a winger too, so a very good season from his point of view. We did have a moment where we lost 3 games in a row with Bologna, Napoli and Spal teams beating us. I think the Spal one is annoying. We lose to Milan twice. I think we lost to Milan once and drew against them the other time. We beat Roma twice comfortably, 4-1 both times. So Roma no, it wasn't 4-1 both times. It was 4-1 and 2-0, but they definitely did not enjoy playing us. The Milan, Bologna, Napoli fixtures, not kind. Spal we just couldn't beat at all this year. We did get points against Juventus, but in the end we lost our 10th game of the year. At the end of the season, we finished 6 points clear of Lazio. Inter Milan are only in the Europa Conference League, and for me that is the most bizarre thing to look at. We did lose our last 2 games of the year, and I kind of wish we won both just because it could have been interesting to see what happened if we had. Because Bologna would have been the champions anyway. Even if we had taken points of Atalanta, Bologna still would have been champions if we had not lost to Juventus and actually held on for the win. So that's nice. Coppa Italia, we lost to Spal again. 3 times we played against them, twice we lost. We should have got further than this. It was honestly the best chance we had in a very long time to get to the semi-finals, and we blew away. We really did. Moments to remember, the biggest win we had was the 4-0 win against Lazio. The match to remember was the 4-1 victory against Roma at the beginning of the season. And the goal of the season was scored by Dai in the 4-1 win against Parma. A good finish. The fact that Roma are relegated is very bizarre to me. If you look at the finances, our sponsorship has gone up by 300,000, which is very nice indeed. Broadcast is down by 3 million, but again, it's not the end of the world. Corporate and hospitality is up by about 10, 11 grand. We've got 5 more million in competition prize money, and matchday commercial and retail has gone up by almost 1 million, so that's good. Continental reputation is still the same. We sold 1.71 million pounds in merchandise sales, with 209,000 of that going for non-domestic sales. JLAB, MacLeod, Viatina, Calandra, and iForad were the top sellers for shirts, which is very interesting to say the least. How we lined up was this. This year we definitely had a set way. We knew what we were going to do. Whether or not we changed the lineup every now and again, it just depends on how you view things. The fact that we only had 3 players that had a 7.0 rating or more was a bit disappointing, and I think that means JLAB should be the player of the season this year, given that he's one of the highest average rating and had the most goals. Yes, JLAB was the fan player of the year. Polina was the young player of the year. I don't think 24 means you're a young player anymore, but Dai got the goal of the season. Bot was a top goal scorer. Viatina got 10 assists this year, so he traded his goals for assists this year. iForad got the most player of the match awards with 7. Bot got the highest average rating, and Ialu completed the most passes per 90 with 51. So even if we didn't get anything ourselves, like awards, it was not the end of the world. And yes, JLAB got the most goals on Serie A. iForad was the top forward under 19s. Di Luigi was the best defender under 17s, and was also the best. Yes, he got twice apparently. And Corella was the best midfielder in the under 17s as well. So a good situation to be in. But yes, we find some players because of that performance. I felt like I had to. Walter Disegni, I generally think is going to be our starting midfielder in the very near future as a Mazzala. He is playing the role perfectly. He's developing so well and has actually become better as a result. Now, whether I can get this guy to also be good as a box-to-box remains to be seen. I will train him as a box-to-box now that we know for certain that we have future Mazzala. Midfield looks very strong indeed. We need to work on our strength for him, but honestly, he's just really good. He's still very young, and he got injured as well. So let's train his strength as well to help with his development in this area, because he's not very tall, and it probably would help with that. While we've got the Segni, I think is going to be another wonder kid. I genuinely think this guy's a wonder kid. I already think it's going to be the case. He's only good enough for division right now. We actually already had training him at the Massalas. That's probably why he was developing so well. And his long shots are going well as well. So, yes, that's probably the difference between the two. We actually were training him already. The overall best 11 has now got Dai in it. Jack Oliver is still in there. He's never going to be moved. So that's surprising to nobody. And if we look at the best 11, where are they now? The fact only 5 of them are still here. Basilico in goal. Mapele, Abot, Rossi, and Conti are still at the club. We've got Brondi at Galatasaray. Jack Oliver plays in Belgium. Barbini's playing in the second tier. But Bozzoni is playing in Greece now. And Calusi is also playing in Italy for Tanada. I think they're in the second or third tier. It's one of the two. Then the third tier. They only got the playoffs. I think they didn't even get promoted. That's disappointing for them. But everyone else is either retired or not with the club anymore. Fantosa we let go at the end of last year to make room for Fofana. Honestly, I think it made sense to let him go. I just hope he can get some actual roles, you know. So hopefully he's not out of a job for very long. But the start of 2028, where are they now? Well, Fofana's a coach for us, as is Serpi. Barbini's at Pisa, Brozzoni is at Greece, and Colucci is elsewhere. And everyone else is not at the club or has retired. Oh, you're going to a club, okay. Are you going to be a coach? Are you going to be a coach? I want to scout him because I want to see what he can do, you know? I don't want him to be without a job. I want to see if he actually gets a coaching role, you know? As for this, we were 2 places above where we were expected to be in the XG part, which still says we're expected to be in the top 7, given how well we did this year. And actual goals was up by 13, as was our points. That was up by 9, so we did very well here. We were quiet and impenetrable. Apparently we were quiet and impenetrable, yet it is slightly over, so we must have got very lucky. But we were passive and clinical, which is very good indeed. And look at this, developing players for using the club use system. They still want me to sign players for the lower league. They want us to get mid-table again and also get to the first knockout round of the Europa League. That might be a challenge and a half. But we got 5th place. We're in the group stage already, so that's why that's the case. Can I get rid of the lower league thing, please? No, that's a shame. All right, we'll still keep that for then. And we're going to go for this. And under season team reports, team meeting, I'm going to say We are expected to finish mid-table. They're happy with that. Good. We want to get to the knockout stage of the Europa League. That's good. And I've got nothing to say about this. I'll see them all next time. So, we're looking good. We're looking very, very good. Is the stadium sorted out? It doesn't look like the stadium's been called out yet, but we'll find out our budgets as well. And we're also going to go... Is there a new location? Yes, there is. Let's go to South Korea for our new destination for pre-season because it gives us money, right? I just wish we weren't so bad in this situation in the game. But Hugo Godai was the player of the year. A bot was the top goal scorer, which means that we actually have a player in this for the first time in a very long time. When was the last time? We've never had a player be top goal scorer in this division, I just realised. That is remarkable. It's taken us so long to get there, but good to see that is the case. Also, what's Lukaku doing these days? I just realised. He's the manager Red Star in the French leagues. Cool. And if we look at this, I say we are going to... Oh, I'm actually one of the people who could be listed for this. Bologna's manager has to be the one to get it because they got second place again. He's so close. He's going to retire soon. I'm going to be sad when he does go, but he almost got the title. I'm going to go for him again because he got second place. So yes, Bologna's manager did a really good job there. Really did. Okay, so we've actually just got the achievement going places. We've got a transfer budget of 201 million and a wage budget of 1.6 million going forward. And we've got a new stadium come through. It's going to cost us 57.3 million. We've literally got the money, so we don't need to get any external funding, which is great. And we've secured a stadium sponsorship deal of 28.5 million. The Siena Stadium is here. Also, we're going to get our facilities. In training facilities, let's improve that, please. And they're delighted with the fact we have turned down the approach of Newcastle or the link with it because we're doing a really good job here. We really are. And they've also accepted the planned works for the training facilities, which should be good, which also means we should hopefully have that sorted out very near to this situation. So, 5th place, a good year for us. And it's just a shame that we couldn't do much more than that, isn't it? But either way, Roma are down, Juventus win the title, Bologna gets second again for the 3rd time in the save, and Atalanta are in the top 3. Inter in 7th though, that's a bit of a shock. But yes, we'll also be back for when we know what's happening in the other leagues, aka who's going to go up with us or who's going to come up to meet us this year, because Torino and Udinese have come up this year. Whether or not our affiliates, Cremonese, are going up this year remains to be seen, but if they do go up, that would be very interesting to say the least. And Ascali are looking to try and stay up after managing to get 17th place. So, can they do that? Okay, we just got to the end of the season. I've just listened to the Champions League draw and oh my god. Group B sounds like a nightmare. But either way, we have just finished the season. We are going to see who actually is coming up with us this year because we almost had an affiliate. Hellas Verona, Udinese and Torino are going up. Cremonese were actually in the final and lost by a goal to nil overall. They drew the second leg 0-0 after losing 1 in the first leg. And Ascali actually survived. So we've got 2 affiliates in Serie B still. In the Liga Pro Group A, Vicenza and Chievo Verona have both gone up. In Group B, Siena have gone up. And in Group C, Vibonus have gone up as well. So teams should expect to go up. But yes, we're going to actually look at the Champions League and Europa League draws as well because I want to see who actually won the competition since we're going to be in Europe next year and all that stuff. And Brighton have won the Europa Conference League, beating Celta Vigo 4-0 in the final, which means they have won the Europa Conference League for the 2nd time in their club's history, having won it all the way back in 2019, beating Real Betis. They always seem to love playing against the Spanish clubs in these finals. The Europa League has been won by Arsenal, who've won it for the 3rd time in 10 years at this point. They seem to love this competition. They beat RB Leipzig in the final. And wowzers. Okay, yeah. Arsenal love this competition. They are the most successful club to have done it in recent times. Have they become the most successful club of all time? No, Sevilla have still got the 6 trophies. So that is a thing. And the first team to have won the Champions League since Newcastle were dethroned is Barcelona. They beat Tottenham in the final. So Tottenham, again defeated. A Spanish club has won it for the first time in a while. Since Real Madrid won their 16th crown in 39. So Barcelona are now the champions once more. But yes, we are going to end things here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys will like and share this video. And that you subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments down below. Should we have beaten Juventus after having taken the lead? And was Polino at fault for all 3 goals? Let me know in the comments below, please. And how well do you think we'll do in Europe next season? Because I think we've got a chance to get to the knockout rounds for the very first time in our time in Europa League. We've never got out of the group stage, surprisingly enough. We finished bottom and 3rd. Can we go one step further and get to either the first knockout round or the second knockout round in the first? I'm asking. Let me know in the comments below, please. I'm very curious to hear what you have to say on the matter. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.